Hey everybody, this is Doug Jankowski with the Grizzled Geek, and we are here with another boss fight. Sorry I started this one a little late. Here we're fighting Gil, the bonus boss on Mandalorian Raiders. He's only got a couple of mechanics. One is this, you can see that red aura that is around him. What will happen is he'll jump towards a random party member, and that red aura will come on. If you are anybody other than tank that gets targeted by that, you need to get away from him as quickly as possible, and the tank needs to kind of reassert their aggro, so they're probably going to have to taunt or whatever to get him back on them. So this is a kind of a needs to be mobile fight. He hits pretty hard, especially when that aura is up, but otherwise there aren't really a whole lot in the way of special mechanics on it. So it's pretty much a tank control and move around kind of fight. Just stay out of the aura. Healer's got to be ready for his random leap to some random member of the party. But otherwise, here this is a random group. The tank here is kind of not doing the best of jobs of keeping Gil stationary. Usually somebody will taunt him and take him into a corner to keep him away from the rest of the group, kind of minimize the impact of his aura. But that really hasn't happened here. But as you can see, even with that, we're not having a really difficult time managing him. I think we had one member of the party fall relatively far down in health. Oh, I just took a big hit there. So you got to watch that. If he jumps to you and then turns on his aura, it can take a lot of damage in a very short period of time. So that's it. I mean, he's a really pretty easy bonus boss if you can manage that. Otherwise, like I said, this is the bonus boss for Mandalorian Raiders on Master Mode, and his name's Gil. There you go, guys. That was a quick boss fight for you. I'm actually going to go ahead and then skip right into the next boss fight in Mandalorian Raiders, because these come right after the other, and that is Maverick's Varad. He's the final boss for Mandalorian Raiders. And his mechanic is he is going to leap around this central command area. He'll head over to these pillars you can see right in front of me, and a couple of turrets will come up to help him out. DPS really needs to turn their focus to those towers once he jumps and take those out. Otherwise, they will run into issues with having too much firepower coming in. You also have to watch for those little red squares where he fires off missiles at random party members. So this is a lot of managing DPS, enemy DPS. The turrets don't necessarily do tons of damage if you are good about avoiding his missile launching attacks. The towers only really hurt the party too terribly bad if you leave them unmanaged. If you follow Varad around without taking out the turrets, you're going to run into some problems because their firepower will just escalate as he goes around. Here, this party's doing a really good job of turning their attention to him, or to the towers instead of him. Because as you can see, he jumps away as soon as he's taken a certain amount of damage. It doesn't have anything necessarily to do with the towers themselves, or the turrets themselves. It has to do with how much damage he is taking. So if you stop damaging him, work on the turrets, you're not going to cue him to leap to the next area. Like I said, we're doing a pretty good job of managing this. Watch the red square, or the red circles. As they say, just don't stand it stupid, and you should be fine on this one. This is one of those, one of the few flashpoints. Well, I shouldn't say few. One of those flashpoints where the boss fight really isn't any more difficult to manage mechanics-wise. There's just, you know, the boss and the ads or whatever just hit a little harder. There's no real new mechanics to increase the difficulty of managing what's going on. This is actually probably in my opinion, one of, if not the easiest boss fights of any flashpoint. Yeah, there's nothing really to, even in Hammer Station, the boss does have that knockback attack that if you're not careful, you'll be knocked over a ledge and taken out of the fight, to a point where you can't actually be resurrected in the fight, so that gives that one a little bit more of a challenge than this one does. Alright, we're coming down to the end. Now here's the only place where his mechanics, again, they don't get super hard, but they are a bit challenging in that he'll start doing a lot more area of effect attacks. So you gotta be aware of what you're doing. Again, if the tank is good at grabbing threat, then they can keep him from getting random party members like he tried to get me, but otherwise, you know, it is not a hard fight. And there you go. That is the final boss for Mandalorian Raiders. There you go, Mavericks for Mandalorian Raiders Master Mode. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me know what you thought of the fight. Any tips or tricks you have for these different Master Mode flashpoints or any of the boss fights. Let me know what boss fights you'd like to see in the future. If you would, hit that like and subscribe button. And you guys have fun playing Star Wars The Old Republic, and may the Force be with you. Thank you for joining me for another Star Wars The Old Republic video. We here at The Grizzled Geek are working tirelessly to provide you with more content and upgrading our equipment for greater production values. But we need your help. We've set up a Patreon page where you can become a Patreon at varying levels of support with a variety of rewards at each level. If you would prefer a one-time gift of support, visit us at our GoFundMe page. Links for both are down below. Either way, we appreciate you being here, checking out our videos, and I'd encourage you to check out what else the channel has to offer. We look forward to seeing you in the weeks, months, and years to come and interacting with you as a community. Thank you very much for your support.